So let's talk about the tools that we use to recover when working on a relationship. So after you've looked at your graph and you're looking at the positive in the relationship, you're looking at the negative things in the relationship, then there are things that are left unsaid or incomplete. We have a saying in the grief recovery method is that we need to learn how to take 1% responsibility. And so in doing so, that 1% is actually what keeps us from being a victim to our hurt, our pain. So the first thing that we want to do is we look at our graph and we go, okay, what can I take responsibility for? What can I apologize for? And again, we only apologize for what I had control over, what my reaction was. We don't apologize for someone else's reaction to us. That's a whole nother component to what we're trying to do here. So the first thing is, I want to apologize for something. So with my mom, I would apologize for lying to her, for sneaking out of the house and doing drugs, for being a hateful teenager, a rebellious teenager sometimes. So I would take responsibility. I think the other thing that I would say to my mom is, I'm sorry that I didn't spend more time with you or appreciate you or say nice things more often while you were alive. Learning to take that 1% responsibility is that first step toward recovery. The next one is learning how to forgive. And this is actually a big one because forgiveness is very scary. It makes you feel vulnerable. It makes you feel like if I forgive you, then I'm letting you get away with something and you did something pretty major to me and it really hurt. The problem with that definition of forgiveness is that's not forgiving. That's actually what we call the definition of condoning a behavior, is minimizing what they've done. Forgiveness is not about the other person as much as the memory that you have about what they've done has caused you hurt and caused you pain. And so you're saying, I'm willing to let go of the memory of what happened because I want to be set free. I don't want to use up my energy to sit and keep remembering what that was. Now, the other key thing in a forgiveness that helps us to let go is one, being able to state, kind of do the I statements of, or if statements of, I want you to know that when you did this, when you did not take care of me the way that a mother's supposed to take care of their child, I felt unloved by that. So I was able to express the hurt that I felt or the action that took place, but then I also expressed the hurt, what I call an emotional value that took place, and that was unloved by a situation. And then I get to choose to forgive you because I want to be set free. So I would say, I want you to know that when you didn't take care of me the way a mother is supposed to take care of their child, I felt unloved. But I refuse to let that memory hurt me anymore. I choose to forgive you because I want to be free. So I get to take back my power, but I get to stop being a prisoner to that memory. And I think that's a key thing in the forgiveness, is that it's not just I forgive you for that, which will make you feel like, no, I really don't forgive you because this was really big. Like, you really hurt me. Instead, I get to say why you hurt me and how it made me feel, but I'm choosing this because I don't want to be stuck in this anymore. I don't want to be stuck in pain anymore. So I know this is a lot of information being thrown at you on grief. My goal is to help you navigate through these challenging times. So I've provided for you a free grief guide handbook. This guide gives over 50 tips on the experience of grief and how to help ourselves and people around us through it. So please download the guide on the link below. It is really helpful to understand this topic since we are not really taught or educated on grief. So I hope this guide will be a useful tool for you. And then the third thing that we do is we give a significant emotional statement. And significant is most important, right? Significant means this is meaningful and I want you to know this. And it could be anything from gratitude. Thank you so much for this. Thank you that you were there for me. Thank you that you supported me in this. Thank you that you made my lunches. It could be the smallest thing possible, right? Thank you for baking the bread every day. Thank you that you made my lunches every day. But if we can find thank yous in that relationship, we actually start to feel more complete because those are truthful. Significant emotional statement could also be something that's connected to a forgiveness or an apology. Like a significant emotional statement could look like, Mom, I want you to know that even though you weren't always there for me the way that I wanted you to be, thank you that you really tried after you were in your wheelchair trying to raise preteen girls. You really tried at that point to be there for me. To me, for me personally, that was significant, and I wanted her to know that and to see that. It didn't take away the fact that I didn't feel that way in my early childhood, but later in life, I felt that way. So significant needed to be said, but I also needed to forgive her for the pain that I felt. So again, we balanced it all out with, I'm going to apologize, take responsibility for how I chose to act, and then I'm going to forgive her for the pain that I felt because it's a memory that keeps triggering and haunting me. But when I can identify what that emotional value is, and then I can move past the pain and into forgiveness. And then a significant emotional statement would be important things in my heart that I want to say and be able to share. So when we combine all of that together, we really start having what we call our recovery components. They take meaning, and it's everything that has been left unsaid. And we put it into a organized, thoughtful way. So we don't stay stuck in a story, but we really start to take action toward our recovery. And it's helpful tools that you can use in any type of relationship. Even in a little argument, you can ask yourself, okay, what's my 1% right here? Why am I being defensive? Or, okay, I need to forgive him because he really said something really hurtful, but what's my emotional value? Like, what am I trying to forgive? Oh, he didn't make me feel like I mattered in this conversation. Okay, so I need to forgive that he didn't make me feel like I mattered. So how do I share that with him? Oh, honey, I need you to know that when we had that conversation and you said this, I didn't feel like I really mattered to you. And by the way, I'm really sorry that I got defensive and argued back, but I really needed to know this, right? Completely different conversation than taking issue with, you said this hurtful thing, and I'm going to camp out on that hurtful thing you said, and we don't find a way to resolve it. So helpful tools, whether you're dealing with a present moment relationship or a past relationship. So now you have a better idea of what the recovery components are. So in this video right here, we're going to tie it all together. So watch this and I'll see you over there.